Good morning and welcome to my Monday. I just got here to work. I'm sitting in the parking lot still, dreading going in. I have a meeting at 9 a.m. It's 8:43. I did not sleep for crap last night and I couldn't get to sleep. Normally I am a night owl, but normally I'm able to fall asleep before 2 a.m. I remember looking at the clock at 4 a.m. I got up around 3:30 a.m. to get a little bit of milk. Oh my gosh. So, needless to say, I'm kind of a bit on the grumpy side because I'm like tired and just angry because I couldn't get to sleep. Breakfast. I had one of these lovelies. Yeah. And I have some milk, even though this looks like a coffee mug, it's milk in there. And for my break this morning, I have banana. Yeah, so, alright, I'm gonna go in and I'll see you at lunch. Okay, bye. Hey guys, how are you? It's lunchtime. I am at the park. I did get lunch. I ate some of it. It's not good stuff for me, and I didn't eat all of it, and it's just a waste of money, and I should really have gotten up and made myself something for lunch instead of buying lunch somewhere, because look at this. Naughty me, that's a cheeseburger. Fries. Couldn't eat all the fries, and I ate maybe half of it. Shit's not good for me anyways, right? I mean, in moderation, stuff is okay, but fast food stuff isn't okay that much because there's so much crap that goes into it. Anyway, I'm just keeping it real. It's what I did. It's not making me feel any better, that's for sure. I feel alright. I'm just really enjoying my lunchtime right now, because I could seriously fall asleep, take a nap right now. I do love this time of year because it's cold outside, but yet, like today, the sun is shining and I am enjoying sitting in this very warm, sunshine heated car. The car's not running, but the sunshine is keeping it warm. Plus it's got dark interior and whatnot. But anyway, look, the pond is pretty. The ducks and whatnot are around. The sun shining off the pond. Oh, my air freshener. That doesn't smell anymore. There's the geese over there. Anyway. Yeah, I didn't get any sleep last night. And then, you know how I mentioned I had a 9 o'clock meeting? So I get to work, I get my laptop all, signed in and whatnot. I get up to the conference room at 9 o'clock, actually even a little bit early, and I sit there 15 minutes. And I'm like, okay, where are these people and why am I still sitting here? So because it's a meeting that my boss had said, can you plan to attend? So I forwarded that note or that meeting notice back to him and said, I assume this has been canceled because nobody's here. And I did not get notified, so he sent a note back and said, my apologies, it did get rescheduled for Wednesday. I'm just like, okay then. Back to my desk I go, and thanks for letting me know, by the way. So anyway, it's alright. It was only scheduled for a half hour anyway, and I spent 15 minutes just hanging out in the conference room and checking email and whatnot, so. And then I had another meeting to do some archive mentoring. It's amazing. I can be gone 6 weeks, but yet I still pretty much remember everything. And not a whole lot has changed as far as, anything. The new archive process that we were looking at has been it's stuck in committee right now because it's just kind of confusing. So that went nowhere while I was off. I'm a bit tired. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Work is still work. It's not completely horrible. I'm doing all right. I'm really good at what I do, and a lot of it, I just, I have to admit that it is my attitude. But anyway, something else. Yesterday, I did not mention this yesterday, because yesterday I decided to do a fun video. Well, fun for me. I don't know how fun it was for the receiving end, those that actually watch it, but I decided to do some karaoke singing. Singing is fun for me. I don't sing too well. Sometimes I do, I think. Sometimes I don't. I've gotten decent comments from those that did watch it so far, so I probably will do that every Sunday. Sing Song Sunday. What will I sing? I don't know. Whatever I can find karaoke style, because I don't know the words to anything by heart, really, and I certainly don't play guitar or anything like that to write my own music or do, legit covers or whatever. So, anyway, yesterday on my personal Facebook, I got a message from this person, and I'm like, okay. And the first name of the person was, the person was the girl that my husband had affared with back in 2005. Can you imagine my horror when I saw this message sitting in my inbox from this person? I mean, honestly, what would go through your mind? I immediately got scared at first. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I had to take a deep breath. But I opened it and I read it, and she was apologizing for everything, and she said she should have never messed with my husband or me, and hopes that one day I can find it in my heart to forgive her. Well, here's the thing. I had to, I chose to forgive my husband. I love my husband, and I take our vows very seriously, and I know and I believe that things like that, straying from a marriage, I don't agree with. I'm not saying it was right, and he doesn't think it was right either. I mean, he learned his lesson. But back then, I was much bigger, much more depressed, if you can imagine that. My mom was basically knocking on death's door. There was a lot going on, and I was not there intimately, so in my opinion, all three of us had a part in what happened. And when I say three, I mean me, my husband, and that other girl. My husband had weight loss surgery, not maybe a year and a half, a couple years prior, and so he had lost all of his weight. He was looking very good then. He still looks good now, but he has put some of it back on. But she was, I knew her, I think, before my husband did. She was friends with my brother or something. She was in the same grade, I think. But anyway, looked at them as family friends, basically, and she, in my opinion, was trying to find a way out of her own marriage and is like a little freaking home wrecker. And of course, my husband, took her up on her flirtatious offerings, I guess. I don't exactly know how to explain it from a man's perspective, and I'm not going to try. I have my opinions of men and how they at times can think, but that's not to say that a woman can't be the same way. When I found out, when he told me, I was devastated, heartbroken, couldn't believe it, didn't know what I was going to do, had no self-esteem, no self-confidence, was afraid as hell of being a single mom. But I had to find some kind of strength somewhere because I had 2 daughters that needed a mom, right? My mom couldn't help. She was in the hospital and she had no money. I had actually even gone to a lawyer. I mean, I was pursuing, I changed the locks. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not letting that woman in my house and whatever. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. And I had no idea what was going to go on, but I'll tell you what. When he took my kids for visitation, like on the weekends and whatnot, I thought a part of me was dying every time. Because he was taking those kids around that woman and she thought she had every right to them and blah, blah, blah. And of course, in my opinion, heck no, those were my kids, but it was absolutely horrible. And that is one time where I definitely prayed hard, prayed to God, prayed like I've never prayed before, that I would not lose 2 extremely important people in my life, meaning my mom, because she was knocking on death's door, and my husband, because he was messing around. I did not want to lose both at one time. I didn't think I'd be able to handle it. And he told me about everything in September, my husband, and by November, he had come back. He had come back to apologize, and we made up, and it was tough. I mean, obviously, you don't just, like, when I think of myself, I don't just get over something like that. Trust has to be earned, and trust is much different than forgiving, in my opinion. You have to regain trust, and it's not easy. It takes a long time, and my husband has to reassure me, even to this day at times, because, for a long time, I didn't like the fact that he would call other women dear or whatever. I mean, that bothered me because I thought that was a little bit too endearing. So anyway, but things are great between us now. I mean, we have definitely a much more open communication line. I love him with all of my heart, and hopefully he feels the same. I would assume he does. So, yeah, you can imagine my thought when I saw that message. It was like, whatever. Not whatever. I'm like, I can't believe this. All I did was, I responded and I said, I'm glad I found it within your heart to apologize. And that was it. I did say, as far as forgiving goes, I've had to pray about that for a long time now, because there's no way I would be able to get through it without prayer and guidance, So, still, I haven't been onto that Facebook since I read that message yesterday. I started crying right away, and my daughter Kaylee was actually home at that point, so I said, Kaylee, come here, and she's an adult, and she remembers all that stuff. But she just hugged me and consoled me, and that was wonderful. And my husband told me just to delete the message, but I actually did respond. So, but that was rough. It was a rough, yeah. I haven't even been back to Facebook. I don't know if she's messaged me back or not, but I can tell you one thing. I'm not going to be your friend. I'm not going to accept the friendship request, and neither will my husband, because guess what? No. That won't fly. I mean, I don't trust you. I don't care if you are remarried and happy, and that's good for you if you are. But that doesn't mean I'm going to trust you. And the forgiveness, obviously, I had to. My husband, I'm sure, asked for forgiveness too, prayed and whatnot. We talk a lot. We talked a lot about that. He is very sorry. He said it on numerous occasions. He knows he was stupid and has said that as well. But, okay, this has gone on a long time, and it's probably time for me to go back to work now. So, yeah. Stuff like that is not easy. It happens, unfortunately, but it's certainly not easy. And not everybody is able to forgive and let that person back into their life. They're like, some people are pretty, once a cheater, always a cheater, and I'm not gonna take that risk of being hurt again. But I take my vows and my marriage very seriously, and I did not want to be a single mom. Now, obviously, had he chose to keep going on that side, I would be a single mom right now, a divorcee. But thankfully, I am still married, happily married, even more happily married than I once was. And losing the weight has helped my confidence. It's not completely there. And of course, I still deal with depression for a lot of other reasons. And then obviously that has resurfaced thanks to a message from her. But anyway, one day at a time, guys. And thanks so much for listening. And I gotta go back to work. And I gotta dump this food and waste it and learn my lesson and bring lunch tomorrow. Damn it. Alright, guys. Peace and love. We'll see you later. I don't know if I'll come back on today yet because this is a very long video, but we'll see. Bye. Hello, lovelies. I'm home. I'm home. Yeah, it's just after 6 p.m. I'm home. And guess what? I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Yay. And I just forgot to close this. Damn it. Setting up for a garage sale this week. Look. Yay. So, there you go. There you have it. Alright. Nobody's home, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I am going to go inside. So, peace. Hey, you. Kitty, what do you have to say? What do you have to say? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 baby. You want out? I suppose that's a yes, right? Let's go outside. Outside, outside. Have fun outside. It's nice outside. It's a mess outside, but it's nice outside. Enjoy. And of course I would find you here in the bedroom, right? Right? Can you say hi? Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Milky, say hi. Or purr. Do something. No? Okay, fine then. Fine then. How'd you like that for transition? Ha! Okay, so yeah, guys, I'm home. And I ain't got a whole lot going on tonight. Other than probably having to help them do garage sale setup. I gotta say, I'm not all that excited about garage sales. However, you sell your stuff, you make some money, so I guess it's good, right? I got a towel today from work. Exciting, you wanna see it? It's a Detroit Tigers towel. So let's see, hold on. Ignore the messy bedroom that you may or may not see behind me. Make some noise. Look. Make some noise. Ballpark Frank. Alright, so because I'm not going to have a whole lot of exciting going on, and because I blabbered on a long time at lunch, I was tired and I was my emotions were kind of like they have been. But I'll tell you what, that message just threw me for a loop, I'll tell you. And I haven't been onto Facebook yet to see if she has replied since. I'm kind of hoping not, because I just don't want it to go back and forth. And if she has, I will probably ignore it, because like I said, I'm not interested in rekindling some friendship that should not have been there, in my opinion. It obviously, yeah, I don't think I will trust her again. Enough said. Enough said. Now it's, it's just me and my husband going on with our happy life, and me talking about it on YouTube. What the fuzz. Anyway, that's what this is. This is my vlog. You happen to listen to it, that's fine. You happen to not, it's just my legacy. My memory, my memoirs on YouTube, right? Oh well. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to say peace, love, smiles, kisses and all that. And perhaps I'll see you tomorrow. Because, yeah, this is long enough. And I'll upload it. Oh, by the way, I think I'm going to do tags on Tuesday. So, Tag Tuesdays. Look forward to that. Tomorrow I will do a tag of some sort. Probably maybe one from Monalise because he tends to do tags on Thursdays. So, yeah. Or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of people I subscribe to, so I'm sure I find a tag somewhere. Okay, Tag Tuesdays and Sing Song Sundays. And so far that's my set, etched plans. As far as other days, it's just going to be whatever. Alright, now, again, peace, love, smiles. Double kisses. Bye-bye.